Welcome back, Strikers! We're back with another, we're on the loser side now. We're watching, what, UH and, Fanshawe
Fanshawe.
gonna be going at it
Yeah.
today. If we want to look at
Should
these
be a
map
great game here.
picks, straight to map
We
picks.
got- Yeah, we can look at the maps here.
Alright. What, you got any thoughts on these maps?
I think Taiko Temple will be interesting. That's going to be our second map here. I mean, that's a map that player like I on that Octavia can really dominate, just pushing into those corners, doing whatever they can. I think the story of these games is really going to be the superstar player on each side. You have equal equations on Fanshawe, I on UH Premier. Hard to say which maps really will let each of them shine the most, but that's really what their teammates are going to be focused on.
Yeah.
Is just see what they can do, make sure their superstars are making plays.
Yeah, I definitely think that you've nailed it, hit the nail on the head here. But I like the idea here. We're starting with I think it's Atlas Lab, and on at this Atlas Lab, we're seeing a ton of damage come out from this black hole. And from casting a previous Fanshawe match, they really like their damage comps. So we're gonna see how they play into that, and how they want to play into this Taiko as well, where there is nowhere safe to stand, with these drones just sending you all over the place, up, down, left, right, wherever you need to go, you'll be there eventually.
Yeah, I do like the maps a lot for Fanshawe, or rather for, for both teams really, because they both they love damage, and the maps I think really play into that, except for maybe Night Market on the third map if we get there. Those first two, I think you're going to see a lot of KOs, a lot of people staggered, running away from each other. It should be interesting.
Yeah. You know it's good when Night Market is your least damage map on these lineups, because Night Market, you said it's not really a damage map. It is a damage map. It's not as much of a damage map as the rest of them, because you've got that speed gate in the middle that lets you run away a bit faster, but it's not by much, and you're still going to be doing 10 billion damage. Let's take a look at this bracket. Wait, you got any...
We're on the loser's side here.
Yeah.
Maybe not... Going into the season, you might not have expected both of these teams to be meeting in losers round one. UH Premier had some roster changes. They had a graduation. So they've, maybe struggled to find their footing a little bit here. But, I mean, you've seen teams before make it through this losers bracket. Helps build your confidence back up if you have your back against the wall. Gives you that extra motivation.
Yeah, definitely. We can see losers runs. We saw it last time. We saw a crazy losers run from Lakeland. They lost to GMU. And had pushed to just run through that loser side to eventually take the crown, and now we're looking at winners round 3 as well. We've also got all the power teams right in that round 3, all in comfortable spots. The only real surprise here was that round 1 upset that we saw with Longhorn upsetting UTD Meteorites.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to face the other UTD team here too, so they can see if they can put themselves as King of Texas. But first, we've got Fanshawe versus UH Premier right here.
Right here, right now. And we're doing it a game right now. Here we go.
It'd be interesting to see what exactly they go with, what the bans are on this map. I don't think there's any super obvious ban, but I would imagine that they're going to try to take Eye out of the game.
Yeah, and we're seeing Fireflight and Spark of Resilience start. These are one of these awakenings, really Spark Awakening start. Definitely looking for that HP if you're looking to survive more. And Fight or Flight, definitely just, you just go so fast. Especially with Eye. Eye really likes his speed, so we're going to see a lot of speed. We're going to see Vice and Now bans come out. Now makes sense. Eye, known for the Now at this point. Just Now midfield, runs all over the place, can run through a team on his own. And Vice ban definitely.
Do you expect to see Octavia from Eye here?
No, not at all. Maybe it's possible, but we're gonna see a Kai come out from Eye. So we're gonna see an Asher, Kai, and probably a Mako. Makes sense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many of them go for the Stagger Awakening. We talked about how much damage is going to matter on this map with the black hole and with how these teams play in general. So should be interesting to see how many
coming out already from Fanshawe. Really?
Yeah.
They're just looking for it. They're hungry. They're a damage team. Specbug, you want me to call out? You want me to call out what the names are? All right. So we've got Rylex on Asher. We've got Kai. We've got Eye on Kai, and then we've got Remco or Remote. And we lost one already. We lost Sistane. No, Sistane, come back. All right, looks like we're
You
gonna
know what's
be
gonna happen. So
taking a break. Yeah, immediately first barrier goes down for UH, but one disconnect already is not looking too hot for. Whoa, second barrier goes down because the black hole respawning. Yep,
friendly
taking
fire for UH Premier.
Yeah. But nothing you can really do about that. Really just waiting for this reconnect.
Who do you think has the advantage here with these team comps?
I definitely like the damage comp coming out from PC blue screen. That hurts. Anyway, yeah, I definitely like Fanshawe's damage comp idea because with this Feeny, with this Antaro, you're gonna see a ton of damage coming out, especially with this black hole as well. We're gonna see just like 10 billion damage coming out from the side of Fanshawe, which is something they're very comfortable with. And if they can take as many KOs as they want to take, they're really gonna have an advantage here. But it's really gonna be up to UH to really circumvent those KOs, and we're looking at quite the intense match here. While we wait for Sistane.
It'll be interesting if they try to really focus that damage onto I being their best player, or if they try to take Rylai's out, who's maybe seen as the weaker player, and make I do everything themselves. It'll be interesting if they just go for damage wherever they can find it, or if they try to target someone specifically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree that damage comp is going to be really strong for them, and I like how they've drafted here.
I definitely think they're going to be going for that damage comp. If we look at the Awakenings here, we're going to see 2 Spark of Resilience coming out from the side of Fanshawe. We're going to see a reconnect, but we also see Slick Kicks. With the Slick Kicks, the double Slicks, really, the Fighter Flight and the Slicks, allowing for a lot of extra speed, and we're back into the game. So we see immediately...
Yeah, a little disadvantage for UH.
Little disadvantage for UH. They took their own barrier while the disconnect was happening, and then 1-1. So we're really seeing that disconnect. We're going to be starting in overtime here, and immediately that speed from the overtime core, pushing it straight through, pushing it straight in. And first point goes to Fanshawe.
Yeah, I think when it gets to overtime, it'll be interesting with the 3 fighter flights. It'll make it easier for them to catch up to those red cores.
Absolutely.
If they can push more rounds to overtime, I think that'll be an advantage for them.
Absolutely. But also the hidden part of fighter flight, you do get your secondary back with stagger hits, and if you stagger somebody with this damage comp, which is really easy to do, you get your secondary back, which means you get more of those basically Estelle beams from Zentaro, more of those Feeny debuffs, more of those cyber swipes from Miami, and there's the KO as I say it. I speak it into existence here, and up and down looking for that push in immediately.
2 missed strikes in a row there, but no goal.
Yeah. 3v2, and Sistane looking low for a bit, but recovering, catching back up, and nothing comes from the power play but the debuff again onto this Asher, who just really has to absorb damage. She doesn't really have anything to stop taking damage for any real reason. She just has to bear the brunt of it. She does have that damage reduction on her secondary, but it doesn't matter. Up and down, finding the bottom slot right past I. Nothing I could really do about that one.
Great flip and the pass from Sistane. I think this is going as well as you could have hoped if you're Fanshawe. The damage comp is working, you're finding KOs, you're able to put the Asher on the back foot, and this is exactly what they wanted with this draft.
Absolutely, and you see they're really efficient with this game plan. You saw this in week 8 with their game against West Valley. They just had to damage. Going for the sad voice angle doesn't quite work out for them. Hits their own barrier, but there's nothing else you could have really done there. You just had to go for it. And Fat Splitter pushing into the corner. I almost finds something, but core flip not used, so it flies out for now. I looking at pretty low considering what this comp can do for damage, and Equal Equation is looking just as low, but core flip right in the corner finds it. Probably an unnecessary core flip.
I don't know if it was possible to clear that one.
Yeah, the core flip
just
definitely
wanted to confirm not get swept in that first set. Go for the core, even though it was probably in. No sweep.
No sweep. No sweep. That's all that matters. Anyway, we see
a lot
first
of pressure
barrier
put on Equal Equations there. They held it down for a while, but eventually UH was able to make it happen.
Yeah, and we see immediately one barrier goes down both sides, and you already see how much more aggressive this IME pick can be with just cyber swipes and those glitch pops that could just go forward and do some damage just of their own. And Feedy on this, or Sistane on the side of Fanshawe goes down, and this power play is going to look really unfortunate, but the core flip staggering I, forcing I to really rethink his positioning here. And
yeah, they kind of turned the power play around on UH there.
But it doesn't really matter, as the second barrier goes down for Fanshawe. There goes that goal as well, as a beautiful redirect in the bottom corner finds it.
Yeah, great team play there. They stalled out the power play and then just beautiful passing on the other end to put it in, and they could have a reverse sweep in this first set. Fanshawe's going to want to put them down when they came here.
Absolutely, and immediately you see this damage coming out from this black hole. You see how influential this black hole is on this map. Already up and down, walking down with half his health already gone just for fun. And we see...
Yeah, so much of the beginning of the rounds come down to the beginning, and who gets that black hole as we find a double barrier here.
And beautiful double barrier from Equal Equations, and Sistane able to use that Feedy ult to send it right to the back of the net. And first set goes Fanshawe.
Yeah, a lot of competitive rounds there. I think we're going to have a great series on our hands. And Fanshawe, I think, just really used those starting awakenings in the draft to their advantage. I mean, they did exactly what they wanted to.
Yeah, but that hurts. If you're Fanshawe, that hurts to see. You have two of the UH members going before anyone else can draft other than your round MVP. So you really only get this quick strikes, and then you have this 2 Spark Asher, Spark of Strength, Spark of Brazil, really looking strong. And we're gonna see a stall in the draft, but we see Monumentalist and 1-2 coming from this Feeny and this Zen respectively, and just a lot more damage coming out, and quick strikes able to help with the defense as well.
Yeah,
so we look at this.
Rylai's was getting taken out of a lot of those rounds early with the damage, and maybe that second spark with the resilience is going to let them be more of a force here.
Not that it matters if that red core from the Fenial finds it. Just Feeny able to play so many tricks on this goalie, just able to really just play around everything this goalie can do. Finds both barriers, and then with the triple take finds the goal as well.
Yeah, the Monumentalist showing itself early in that round, and just the core was red immediately, and they find both barriers and the goal.
Absolutely. And good glitch pop comes out to save that barrier for now, and it's going to be important with this power play. Make double anyway, but we're looking at a barrier going down on the side of UH even during this power play. And Sistane really just standing on the ball, no reason to push it yet, while up and down is still, well, down. And we're going to see this Ult come out trying to save it, but just can't get enough.
I just took over that round. They looked like they were on defense, and all of a sudden the secondary comes out with that fighter flight, with the primary just zooming in and passes it up.
Absolutely.
Great job by either.
Just too many hitboxes there to defend against, even with the turret. But we're seeing the first barrier go down. Both barriers go down on the side of UH here. Immediately, Fanshawe looking to stabilize their position here, looking to take another quick goal like they did before, and losing a barrier of their own, but it doesn't really matter. They're on this offensive play, and no eye there to stop the push from the Centauro.
Remco had the flip come up mid-play there, so it's hard to use it that quick, but maybe could have cleared it down to eye if they saw they had it, but tough. Absolutely. And Fanshawe, quick 2 points here, looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this first match.
Yep, and there's the, as we speak it into existence, every time they go for these double barriers, because when they don't, they get rushed down by this. I just really putting in work here. Flip comes out from Equal Equations, finds the bottom corner, wins a strike war up and down, finding the strike war into
They baited out the cooldowns from the Mako there, and then just passed it down. Knew exactly where their teammate was.
Passed it down. I trying to get it out.
3 points for Fanshawe.
The strike war really not working out for I there, and we're gonna see Fanshawe taking an advantage in this draft. Actually having advantage in the draft this time versus last time, where you had really 2 players of UH being able to take Awakenings before the bulk of your team could take anything. We're seeing a Spark Deny come out. Makes sense. You don't want this Azure getting as many sparks as she wants, because that's really scary. Once you start getting those sparks, once you really start scaling, it's tough to defend, especially with 3 Spark Agil. You're just so fast.
Yeah, good job to deny that there. I think so much of these rounds is coming down to UH just not being on the kickoffs, letting so many early double barriers happen. I think really, once the rounds have got out from that point, they've played well, but just like they were here, if they're able to avoid the quick double barrier on the kickoff, they'll be in a much better position.
Absolutely, and we see just already, they're just really taking advantage of the fact that they still have a barrier up and they can play a bit more aggressive here. Because when they take both barriers, up and down is really just a menace on this open goal against this Mako. I really having to come back and play defense. As I speak it, and it happens. The barrier opens, and we're seeing I pushing up here, looking to fire back with barriers of his own, and
I doing it all themselves.
yeah.
If you can force I to play defense like they were early in this round, that's how you can shut down this UH team. But now I was able to get the barrier there, and now they have a power play, although I is staggered.
I is staggered, but I don't know if that'll matter. I not able to take part of this play. Equal equations really holding it down here with that flip. The glitch pop keeping it forward away from this Asher, away from really just forcing it in, and up and down, able to stall out Mako's cage, put it right in with that Zentaro primary.
You can see how much they wanted to get it to I there. They know how good they are at scoring, but up and down just doing a great job smothering I, standing in front, cutting every single pass, and just not letting I take over like they want to.
Yeah. I really able to take over these games, but not able to when they don't have the ball, and immediately we see that come into effect.
Doing a great job with that.
Immediately you see that come into effect. A flip immediately denied by I, but Rylak's looking very low, even with these 2 stagger awakenings and this recovery drone immediately falls. And this is old patch, so you can still be KO'd off staggered from these recovery drone saves. So it's very scary once you get staggered and KO'd. You just can't really do anything about it. I immediately looking low, but grabbing an orb as fast as possible with that Kai speed, able to just grab it.
Great flip from Remco. If they can get the core to I here, you have a feeling that they'll be able to score, and they have a power play now, so this is the chance they need to get the momentum back.
There's the Giga Blast finds the Feeny standing on the edge, not able to do anything about it, and Asher primary just stuffs it right in, kills Ivy as well, resets energy.
Yeah, that 2 spark with strength probably helped get it done there, and I just a great pass right up to their Asher.
Absolutely.
Exactly
Absolutely. We see the quick barrier again from Fanshawe. Fanshawe really looking to take these games as quick as possible so that they don't have to really deal with I being a menace in this midfield position. We see barrier going down the side of Fanshawe, but Fanshawe looking to stabilize here with this Bite Breakers comp. Lower team, by the way. And we're seeing them able to stabilize, able to take this barrier here. And I almost KO'd by the Zentaro. Zentaro able to hold it down with just how many hitboxes he has and finds the top corner, putting it on match point.
Equal equations and up and down just would not let that in. You had 2 right in your face, but UH could not get it in Fanshawe here on map point.
The Imi and the Zen just having more hitboxes than you, it really shows just how strong they are at just really just throwing hitboxes at the problem. Whether they hit a player or the core, either way, it still gets value. And we see the Ivy turret pushing it out of this corner here, pushing towards topside, where this Feeny is going to be able to outrange pretty much everyone on the other team here. And we see Feeny just taking range with her card, taking range with this core flip pass, and trying to push it up topside, but nothing found yet.
It's exactly what we were talking about, Abe. I just having to play defense, but as I say it, they're finally able to get it down. They open up the goal. This is what they need here to try to take this to a 0.5 and get a set of their own.
Absolutely, and I looking to find this corner and able to get it up to this Azure. It can slot it down right below equal equations' strike hitboxes. And if
they're able to find this set, you see UH is ahead on XP, both of their forwards level 8. If they can find this, they might be able to outscale them and just beat them down with the XP they have. But a quick barrier from Fanshawe.
Quick barrier from Fanshawe, once again proving that they want to take this quickly. They don't want a long prolonged fight with I, because I will win eventually if given the opportunity to. And I going down as I say, and the rest of UH just having to stabilize here against this Zentaro with 10 million hitboxes here to ruin your day. And equal equations also looking for a flip, but a strike war win from up and down really just slots it right into the goal. And that first game goes Fanshawe.
Yeah, I was really impressed with up and down their scoring ability, and just also, you know, it's the forward pick, but just cutting so many passes in the midfield, not letting I be able to play offense like they want to, and you know, we had a lot of close rounds, but a pretty dominant 3-0 from Fanshawe there.
Absolutely, although not as dominating as you would think. We just see I really looking for this these plays into his Asher here, and we just we see all of Fanshawe just saying, no, don't do that. Stop. And it paid off this first round, but going into Tycho, I don't know if you can really cut passes as efficiently, because those drum passes, oh boy, those drum passes, when they work, they work. They're
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
hard to predict.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so much of I's strength is in that passing game in the midfield, and Tycho is a weird map where it can feel impossible to pass sometimes, and so it'll be interesting what kind of team comp they go for to maximize I's impact, because
Oh, we
every
lost
time they
one.
got the ball to them up forward, they were able to make it happen.
Yeah, we lost Sustain while we were queuing in, so I assume,
Yeah, might have a little longer break here.
yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a longer break. And I queuing just a few too many times for us. Anyway, so we're looking at just waiting for this last one to get in here. Might cause a wait a minute, night market. Thought it was Tycho. Thought we were looking at a Tycho game. It should be Tycho, right? Yeah, we're looking at night market in the game right now.
It's like it will be Tycho Temple.
There we go,
perhaps
Tycho
we get
Temple.
A little bit of confusion.
Little bit of map confusion there. Yeah. Now we're queuing.
have all
Hopefully
our
we don't
players
get
back
loading
and-
bug.
Yeah.
Hopefully no loading bug, but
Hopefully not a first round overtime with everyone AFK once again.
it's
Yeah, we'll see
fine.
what UA Premier can try to do to get this to night market.
Yeah, we're gonna see Tycho Temple immediately. Again, looking at this pass it to Era comp. We're seeing another Spark
Start. Yeah.
with this Spark of Focus, but also Demo able to give Asher this size, and Asher really good at taking these barriers on this map, so really able to get his cooldowns back. Just have more cooldowns than you, and you see Vice now bans once again. Really don't want to see I on that now. I now getting Monu is basically just a game winner. And we're looking at an Era pick coming from I here. Again, able to give that
Yeah.
speed.
This is a team comp you see Ole Miss play sometimes with the Era Asher forward on this map. Really, your key is just getting it into that corner with Asher, especially with a size awakening start here. Era just doing everything they can to get it into those corners with Asher. That Asher primary is just unstoppable in the corner. And you see a similar team comp to the first game coming out from Fanshawe with the Kazan instead of the Zentaro here.
Yeah, we're gonna see Umbrella Man doing his Umbrella moves, doing a lot of Umbrella damage on a map where you can't run from him because you will get bounced around like a well, you're in a trampoline park, but the walls are trampolines and the ceiling is a trampoline and everything's a trampoline, and please get me off this ride. Anyway.
Yeah, both forwards starting with the Demolitionist, everyone else starting with the Spark. So, I mean, really, it looks like they're looking for the Kazan and the Asher on each side to be getting all those barriers, getting all the attention.
Speaking of size, we immediately see Fanshawe Sustain going down once again. Just again, re-emphasizing, there is nowhere safe to stand on this map. You will go flying. It does not matter.
Old world for an immobile character like Vinny here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you can also do 10 brilliant damage, as you see that Kazan special doing about what, a fourth of Riley's health, and a hook into the drum, taking the KO here, forcing this power play with this Kazan, and I cutting that pass very efficiently, very able to basically stop them from doing this play here. But will it hold forever? It seems like
to make sure that Riley's can be back up and see what they can do.
Absolutely, and we see a good card sending it, red core gets straight to Kazan, who has that stronger strike to push it straight into the goal, back of the net.
Yeah, right as we hit overtime, Sustain knew they could get the core red quick with that card and sends it down to their Kazan, who's going to be looking to do a lot of scoring here, as the core's red immediately once again.
Speaking of that, looking for fast barriers here, Fanshawe once again showing that that's their game plan. They really want to take these barriers fast, really want to get this game over with, so that they can move on and not have to worry about this game 3. Really just pushing as much advantage as possible. Even one barrier going down, they'll push that. Your character's half health, they'll push that. They'll push anything as long as it keeps I from getting too many opportunities to score this goal here.
Yeah, just can't get it past up and down here. Doing a great job cutting every single pass. Just, without the ult, it's hard for them to get the ball up to where they want it to be.
Absolutely, and we see this Kazan immediately just really being able to throw out just more moves than everyone else on the field because he has effectively 4 moves that do something to the core. And an unfortunate own goal off the flip finds Equal Equations' net from Sustain's gravity well. Not exactly
Yeah,
what
and
you want to see.
much like the first map, so much of these is coming down to the kickoffs, and Fanshawe just has a clear advantage. They know exactly what to do. So many early barriers, even double barriers. Once UH is able to survive that early onslaught, they've been playing well, and
Yeah.
they do here.
You see the stabilize already, but you also see this Asher and this Era both looking very low here. Both already looking very killable, very like one ability will still knock I out of this game. Really taking Fanshawe's game plan to the next level. Really able to see once again Feeny able
Yeah.
to do so much damage just for fun.
Yeah, just keeping I back on the back foot. They try to move up there, but then Asher goes down.
And
So
Asher
I having
Asher
to play
gets
defense
debuffed.
once again.
Yeah, Asher gets debuffed and then hooked into the drum. Once again, those drum KOs. As I was saying, drum will screw you over with these KOs potential. We see the hook come out. Sustain goes down, but the barrier also goes down forward, and I also down as well. We see a 2v2, and all barriers down as
Fanshawe
well.
looking for the offensive play there, but Equal Equations lets the barrier go down. Both are going to be open now.
And we see up and down looking for a hook play. Doesn't quite find it yet, but looking to push this through anyway. We see a flip for the goal, both goalies here. But other than that, not a whole lot of resources to use here. Flip to interrupt the hook strike. Holds it down for now. Gigablast keeps it away from this Kazan. This Kazan getting the ball could be the end of the point here. And there it is. Kazan got the ball, but way too far away to be a scoring attempt. But it was very close, and the gravity well red coring it in overtime, sending it to the right near the drum, and then just missing and hitting that top corner.
Yeah, every point going to overtime so far. Finny, with all that power in the ult, has just been able to create chaos once these get to overtime. And once again, Fanshawe with a beautiful kickoff.
Early.
They find a
Beautiful
KO
kickoff.
and an early barrier.
Early KO, early barrier, up and down, looking to push this here with these extended strikes, with these millions of umbrella moves that he has, it feels like. Really just able to take advantage of this and see the pop up and then able to walk back down just for fun, and then has all these umbrella moves with the Ivy turret and glitch pop as well, helping him really push it in here. Looks like UH can count to 3, but doesn't matter. Can you count the 4th one? The core flip going straight in, finding Fanshawe's first.
Yeah, Fanshawe once again, dominant start for them. They've won all 4 sets in the series so far. So much of it coming down to the early rounds. And they're just doing a great job executing. I think Equal Equations, not a lot of flashy plays, but just holding it down, not letting those easy ones go in, and not letting UH get their confidence back.
Absolutely. Just looking to push as much damage as possible into this team. Just really trying to throw down, say, you want to brawl? Let's brawl. And they don't. UH doesn't want to brawl, not with this comp. This comp doesn't really like this brawl that they're being forced to take here. Because Asher is really easy to
the
KO.
recovery drone for Asher could help. They've been getting taken out a lot of the rounds, and the combination of size and survivability might be able to help them, but they just need to be able to get into those positions where I can pass it and Rylaz can force into those corners. But you see the recovery drone already gone.
Absolutely. Recovery drone already going down. Both barriers also down. You see up and down really efficient at taking these things away from UH here. And we see Sustain as well, able to help push with all of these tricky to defend against moves here. To be honest, it's just really hard to counting to 3, very difficult.
Yeah. I mean the Kazan right in your face just has so many flashy plays, so much sauce, just able to break your ankles, and then you have to deal with these random projectiles creations from Finny coming in. It's such a difficult attack for Renko to try to deal with.
And it does not matter. That recovery drone in the long run does not matter. Rylek's going down anyway. Tornado pushing it forward, but it doesn't really matter as counting the 3 once again proves too difficult for the goalie to handle. Sustain finds the goal.
Yeah, Remco's stuck between a rock and a hard place there. They hit it down, up and down's ready with the umbrella. They hit it up. You know,
count to 3 challenge.
Count to 3 and Finny gets it up.
Yep. And once again, we see I go down this time. We just see this damage comp really just paying dividends, as Fanshawe really has one game plan here, and that is to do as much damage as quick as possible. If you take as many barriers before you can take your own. We see the support flip to dive up and down, using the open strike to have more hitbox onto that core. Both barriers are down on both sides, and up and down with the core forward. Sends it up to Sustain, and Sustain can send that card forward to stop a strike.
Yeah, sometimes it's not about, you know, making the flashy plays, being able to outstrike everyone. It's just having a game plan and executing it. Fanshawe has done an incredible job. They went for these damage comps, using the awakenings to their advantage, and it's just working out every single round. It feels like someone goes down and they're able to convert those power plays.
They're definitely able to use these maps to their advantage as well, because these maps, there truly is nowhere safe to stand on Tycho. Because what you're taught is to stand in the corner, but those corners now have drums, and those drum corners, a lot more deadly than normal corners.
Yeah, and another KO coming down.
Another KO coming down, really just... There's nothing they can really do about this. They really need this Asher to live a little bit longer, but they really can't take advantage of this Asher being able to push it through. I mean, pretty easily if Asher's dead all the time, right? And I looking pretty low.
It feels impossible for UH to get into a rhythm here, because always someone is down, someone's low. They're never able to get forward and pass.
I almost going down, but able to stall it out and grab goalie orb, and whoa! Tornado kill, giving Fanshawe a bit of their own medicine here, but will it matter? Up and down, looking for this play here, almost finds it, and Sustain able to hold it down for now, and up and down sending it really far, just so that it's hard to put it in the goal if it's on the other side. It doesn't matter. Remco fighting a Giga Blast here to put it in.
Takes matters into their own hands. They've been on the back foot this whole time, but they say, you know, we're not going down this easy. We're going to see if they can find 2 more points here. Not let Fanshawe take that 2-0 lead.
As I like to say, Giga Blast. And Maelstrom staggering Kazan here. And Sustain at half health himself. We're seeing Fanshawe taking
with a beautiful flip to find 2 barriers early.
Yeah. Fanshawe taking a bit
turned
of a
it back
taste
on
of their own
first 2 rounds.
Yeah. Fanshawe really taking a taste of their own medicine here. Just not being able to push forward as much as they want, because UH doing it instead. And we see this play really, just really setting it up as many times as they can. And unfortunately, Asher's not able to find it quite yet, but I mean, it will come soon. The turret goes out and flip denied by just a plain strike, waits out the...
Incredible reaction time from Equal Equations there, saves them around. Now they get the goal open.
Goal's open here, and while it's on their side, it's very easy to clear it around here, and Asher goes down once again. And we're seeing up and down on this. Kazan finds the crazy Tycho angle, hits the corner of the Tycho, and sends it straight to that bottom corner.
Equal Equations, amazing save on the flip, right in their face there, and then up and down is able to create the crazy angle. Couple of great plays there, and Fanshawe is able to shut down any hope of a UH Premier tying it up there.
Yeah, we're seeing Sparks come out here, so we're going to see extra special coming out from Feeney. We're going to see Spark of Brazil, pretty good take here from this era who needs survivability here. We're looking at 1-2 punch from this IME, able to just do more damage. We're just going to see a lot more damage coming out from both sides, really.
Yeah, the happy start for Finny also.
Happy. Knowers know. We're going to see first barrier goes down here, and Umbrella moves, really keeping it in here, but not forever. And Asher able to find first barrier, but Sustain able to keep it away from the second one for now. And winning the strike, just playing chicken with it, being able to win that, just able to push it into that barrier here.
Yeah,
Takes
that
and
Naruto not quite able to get it, but now they do.
yep, and
Great pass by I up to Rylais, who puts it in.
Puts
First
it in.
goal for UH Premier. That's exactly what they needed to try to come back into the
Absolutely.
series.
they put it right between the goalie and the midfield there. Definitely something you like to see if you're the forwards here. You're going to see a lot more damage coming out. And speak of the devil for damage, look at that. Rylai's already staggered in this backfield here, up and down, looking for this hook KO. This drum really just proving to be a danger zone here. Rylai's able to juke it around for now, and able to get stagger back, but for how long? Glitchpop keeps it off the barrier for now. Barrier finally goes down. Feeney tries to clear it, but I's right there to stop.
Yeah, I's doing a great job this round of keeping the core away from up and down. Up and down's just able to do whatever they want to your goalie, and I scores it themselves.
I says, you're gonna stagger my forward? Fine, I'll do it myself.
Great goal, baited out the flip, which missed, and then puts it down into the corner. A quick 2-0 for UH Premier. Maybe they can get back into this game after all.
Maybe they can. If they take this set 3-0, they're definitely looking alive here. We're seeing a flip come out from Sistane here. Tries to send it to the bottom side around this Asher, but I's right there to catch it. And Imi Cyberswipe able to take this first barrier here and up and down right in position for the second one. Finds it. Uses the Tycho angle. Sistane just barely missing the card to take it. But this core is still on offense here. Giga Blast trying to clear it out, but Sistane able to react to it and up and down with the umbrella moves, just able to put it right in.
Yeah, UH Premier never able to get into the rhythm that they did have those first 2 points there, and great execution from Fanshawe.
Oh, Canada. Looking for their damage comps here. Immediately
not very
see.
neighborly of them.
Immediately seeing, just doing as much as they can to make sure this game doesn't go to a game 3 here. They just want to get it done. They want to get this set done with. They can take 3-0, 3-0 and say, yep, we 3-0'd I. You know?
Yeah,
3-0'd
absolutely. I did a
UH.
great job in the early round there to get the first barrier, but now they do go down themselves. Fanshawe has a great chance to tie it up here.
And they do, with the flip from Feeney, able to send it down to the bottom corner. And we're gonna see, maybe they should have banned something other than that vice this time.
Yeah, set point for Fanshawe. They can move on to the next round of the losers bracket with a point here. UH Premier has their tournament lives on the line.
Absolutely. We're seeing Equal Equators really holding it down for now. Denies the Aranado any value, but the Asher looking pretty low here. Still has the recovery drone though. So the damage isn't coming out, but the core control definitely is from this mostly damage-focused comp. Kazan still has a lot of umbrella moves to control the core with. Has that hook to pull
I
the
doing
core.
a great job keeping it in that corner, forces the flip out.
Yep,
Asher puts it in, and now they have a chance to extend this to a fourth set.
Absolutely, but Sistane looking to make sure it doesn't happen. And putting the count to 3 up, and we see a MOBA moment happen. And clears it right to Rylex, and Rylex puts it in bottom corner.
Rylais keeps them alive. They get it to a fourth set. They found a little bit something, especially in those first 2 points. Just great passing, I doing everything they can to keep that core on the offensive side. And, you know, they're back into this game. They could, with a quick 3 points here, it could be a brand new ball game and a best of one.
Yeah. But they're looking at a pretty bad draft coming into it, because, I mean, they have 2 players from Fanshawe being able to take before the bulk of their team, and that Stagger Swagger being denied away so that the damage comps can still really run free, run wild, you know, go everywhere.
Yeah, Asher gets the knife's edge, but I'm not really sure if they're able to, you know, transition into more of a damage comp than Fanshawe at this point.
Yeah.
I think that was a good
Definitely.
rally for Fanshawe, even despite the loss.
Yeah, they lose the set, but they might just win the war with that one, and immediately we're seeing this damage come out. Up and down, just looking for as much umbrella damage as possible before anything too wild happens. And looking to really just throw damage onto this goalie, KO this goalie instead, because this Asher has a lot of survivability here with this recovery drone and with this Sias, and Era has just a lot of stagger with I think it's 2 Sparks and Spark of Brazil, so there's really nothing they can do about that. And as I'm talking, Asher puts it right in top side.
Yeah, I with just so many stacks, the stagger, the cooldowns, the movement speed, able to keep it on that side. I have been doing incredible here. I would
really
have to think they're leading.
skill.
Yeah, I would have to think they're probably close to leading in redirections, just doing so much work in the midfield, trying to feed it to Rylai's in the corner. And, you know, with those huge nados like you see there, they're able
Speaking
to
of the corner, almost
so much
finds
more than
something.
in the early rounds.
Yeah, speaking of the corner, almost find something, but Hook able to save it there from up and down, able to really hold it down on this defense, and Rylai's looking very low, but so is up and down. Up and down, looking for this Umbrella KO though, and there it is. Barrier goes down on the side of UH here. Rylai's still looking staggered because this is old patch where you still get staggered after recovery drone. And that comes into play here as Rylai's just goes down again. We're seeing up and down.
Yeah, power play
trying
for
to push this.
Fanshawe. They don't find it with the Finny ult. The angle where it's bouncing back and forth. They
Yep.
are able to clear it out. Maybe up
But
and down,
1v3.
still right in their face.
Up and down looking for the 1v3, finds it! Finds the second strike and puts it right in.
Up and down, the only one in all 3 of UH Premier's members face that just posterizes, puts it right in, and it's back tied in this set. They're trying to shut down UH Premier's, you know, momentum and their hope of tying it up here.
Absolutely. They want this game to be over. They don't want to see a game 3 here. They just want to go. And they're really showing how strong they want it, how badly they want it here. Really looking for anything they can push here, finding the first barrier, putting the count to 3 down, and doesn't find anything yet, but Equal Equation is able to deflect it off the barriers for now. Keeps it forward, and
Yeah, they're just keeping Eye on the back foot on defense, not able to push up. But as I say that, now Eye able to push in with the tornado, and they find another barrier and equalize it.
absolutely. And Equal Equation's going down here. There's no one on defense, no forwards in the net yet, and up and down, able to hold it for now, able to play a little bit of Kazan goalie here. I know there are some Kazan goalie fans out there.
Great team play there. Passes it up to Finny, who's able to clear it, and they survive the power play.
They survive the goalie KO here, and will they be able to convert it though? That is a completely other story as it goes down again.
Equal Equations, I don't know if they've been KO'd this entire map, but twice they're on the same point. And it's
Yeah.
2-1 for UH Premier as they have a chance to tie it up 2 sets apiece.
Yeah, really being found on this goal line by the Asher primary here once again. 2 barriers going down, and I looking to send it to a 5th set here, looking to just end the set here, but Equal Equations able to glitch pop it out of the goal for now, and putting on a little bit of offense here. Fanshawe looking to just really send it to the this last point here, really holding it down, and Equal Equations able to teleport back in time.
Has more chances, and Equal Equations is holding it down.
Equal Equations really just holding his own here, and we see last barrier goes down on UH. And Rylai's looking very low, not able to keep a position here, and we see the Finny right between the forward and the goalie here, and last point. This could be the last point here.
Yeah, their lives are on the line.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're looking at Fanshawe immediately pushing in here, and I'm gonna see one barrier goes down. Fanshawe looking for this last one here, up and down, going down with at the same time as the core is, but the triple take not able to get it out for now, and Maelstrom trying to put it in, but this barrier still being held. They're just holding this barrier forever. And Sistane goes down. Equal Equations looking very low, but has the flip. And we're seeing I looking to hold this here. But Equal Equations using the flip here to hold this power play, hold this together, finds the barrier. This could be it. This Finny ult coming out, passes to himself off the drum, but it doesn't matter, as it doesn't go in quite yet. And no red cores coming out. Feeding card sends it backwards. Rylai's going down. This could be it. This is This is what
Power play
Fanshawe
again
was looking
to
for.
move on to the next round for Fanshawe.
This is it. Able to deflect the hook strike for now, but goalie looking very low here. Up and down might be looking to KO this goalie here and really finally send it right into that bottom spot after the poor flip comes out.
The
And
flip finds the KO and the goal,
that's it.
dunks
And
it in. And
I is
Fanshawe
already
moves on
done.
to the
I
next
is gone.
loser's bracket.
Canada. The Canada
Canada
looking for it. Absolutely. And looking at this damage immediately, we see Up and Down and Sustain just doing 30k damage each, really looking to put the hurt onto this team, really KOing them. 9 KOs coming out from Up and Down. But we see a fair few amount of KOs. Yeah, I with the most redirects as we expected. But we're seeing a lot of KOs coming out from even UH here. We see 4 KOs coming out from this Asher, finding the goalie on the goal line and able to just push it in afterwards. Because on Feeney, they don't really have as much defense as Ivy has, which is a really kind of weird to say, because Ivy is one of these paper goalies, but Up and Down, or Equal Equation's really able to hold it down in this net.
Yeah, UH Premier found a little bit more of a rhythm at the end. Oh, sorry, my mic was wrong there. Yeah, UH Premier found a little bit of a rhythm at the end, but not quite. Just maybe a little bit too late, and they go down. Fanshawe moves on. A great season for UH Premier, but it'll end today.
Yep. Fanshawe looking to move on, looking to make this. And then let's go ahead and take a look at this bracket.
This is the winner's side.
Yeah.
A lot of familiar faces.
Lots of familiar faces. SLU taking it over RIT Orange, George Mason and NJIT. Whoever wins that one will play against SLU. We're seeing Lakeland and UT Dallas pushing towards this next round, pushing to play.
The finals rematch from last year.
Looking to play this rematch, looking for the run back. Maybe UT Dallas looking to get this grudge match and finally win against this team that knocked them out in the last match. And we take a look at this loser side here.
Yeah, Fanshawe able to move on to the next round.
Yep,
you see a lot of teams, and one of those is going to find their way, deep into this tournament. At least one of them.
Absolutely.
Fanshawe with that win is going to have to face Longhorn Gaming, who took down UTD Meteorites, who's also found in that round 3.
And then we also see UCLA versus St. Clair. Definitely going to be an interesting match. That match is actually going on right now. Really, that match, probably knowing UCLA could go either way, because as was said on game day, UCLA is a very up and down team, because they can be one of the top teams, or they struggle against teams that you don't really see a lot. You don't really hear a lot about, and it really comes down to really their own self-confidence here.
Yeah, tough for them that they've had to face Lakeland early on there, but they'll see if they can make it through the losers bracket. We'll see if Fanshawe, with their victory here, can do it. Just a great day of playoffs already.
Absolutely. All right, well,
I think we're going to have RIT versus opponent not yet known for our next game. We'll send you into an intermission. Loser of George Mason and NJIT is going to face RIT. We'll send you to an intermission, and we'll be back with more CCL action. Stay tuned as these playoffs continue, and thanks for watching.